Welcome to the Soualichi Stories series, presented by the Foresee Foundation and funded by the Prince Bernhard Culture Fund. The Soualichi Stories series includes our island's most beloved legends, as told by some exceptional Sint Maarten storytellers. The Foresee Foundation is honored to share these stories during the time of social distancing because stories can bring us together. We listen to these stories and we all share in the experience. They bring us close together at a time when distance keeps us all healthy. These stories unite us. They remind us of our heritage, our culture, our one island. Through these legends, we hope you feel more connected to our one island, our culture, and most importantly, to each other. Please enjoy this Soualichi story, as well as all the stories in the series. And let us know if there is a particular story you might like to hear in the future. Enjoy.
This story is a depiction taken from the first National Intangible Cultural Heritage Inventory of Sint Maarten, written and read by Onicia Muller. They say this story is about a woman, 'cause women know how to get things done. They say this story is about a man, and how man is the stupidest creatures on the planet. As for who am I? Well, don't worry about that. They say I am in the details.
A woman with gloved hands and a dazzling black dress sat before a vanity. Her head hung low as she cried.
Oh, stop your crying,
said the devil.
You know the cost when you came to my door looking for eternal youth and beauty. Stop your noise. I explained to you the cost and consequences of not doing my bidding. So now go and do my work.
Just before setting her wide-brimmed hat on her head, she caught a glimpse of herself in the mirror. Her skin was pale like death and scaled like a fish. She had eyes like burning coal. The woman in the beautiful dress was ugly. Nay, she was terrifying. The elders in the community call her La Jabless, a Creole translation of the French word La Diablesse, which meant female devil. According to them, La Jabless used to be beautiful, but her many deals with the devil caused her to be a slave to him.
You see, beneath that beautiful dress, she had one good leg and one leg that ended in a cow's hoof. That's how they stay my slave.
In exchange for eternal youth and beauty, La Jabless needed to provide the devil with a regular supply of souls. If she didn't, she would transform into a demon. She held out as long as she could, but it was time to make another human sacrifice. The Friday sun was finally letting up as the day changed from afternoon to evening. Joseph had just finished working a long week in the sugarcane fields. He wanted to celebrate his earnings by going out drinking with his friends. His wife, with their new baby, begged him to come straight home. She didn't want him blowing his entire pay on booze and loose women like the typical island man. Yeah, every man does wake up wanting to be faithful, but their pants and morals does loosen up when liquor start flowing, warned Carmencita. Just be happy, Nosita. Look, I tell you what, come down to the bar for a drink and we'll go home together. We used to have so much fun going out. And who gonna watch the baby? Sometimes you don't think no, Joseph. Aye, man. Joseph had the entire day to decide. He chose to go drinking with his friends. When he got to the bar, he immediately noticed the curvaceous bartender with the wide-brim hat and dazzling black dress. Brethren, today I is a rich man with money. Let we drink to the sugarcane fields and to the great salt pond for giving us work. Cause of them we can put Johnny cake and saltfish pond we tables. The bar filled with people cheered at Joseph's toast. Hey! Foolish man, whispered the beautiful bartender. Sorry, what? Asked Joseph. You come here with your whole pay and announce it? Indeed, a fool and his ways are soon parted. Joseph, who had already started drinking before even reaching the bar, declared that he was not a fool. To prove it, he challenged the bartender to offer him riddles like Samson from the Bible. If you even knew how Samson's story ended, you would hush up and go home. Ask me a riddle, no man. Joseph's friends encouraged him to make the deal more interesting. For every riddle he answered incorrectly, he had to take a shot of rum. The bartender agreed only if he paid for those shots. The plan was made and the bartender fired off the first riddle. Here's one for the man with so much money. Riddle me this. Why is every river rich? Joseph had no answer and was forced to drink and pay for the shots. "'Cause they have 2 banks, no man," shouted Hubert, Joseph's friend. "Shh! Don't tell him," said the onlookers. "Okay, here's one for your big fancy job. Sweetwater, stand up. What am I?" "Ice," exclaimed Joseph. "Wrong. You sure you from here?" asked Hubert. "Man, you were around the sugarcane field all day, and you got that one wrong? Should be shame." "Are you cheating? But where you find these riddles? I born here and I never heard these." "I bet he also hear La Jabless, the she-devil," challenged Hubert. "La Jabless?" asked Joseph. Hubert downed another shot in preparation to tell the tale. "Yes, La Jabless poses as a damsel in distress waiting for man to stop and offer assistance. She then leads her victim deep into the bushes where she disappears into a mist. The drunk, confused and scared men would then run around the overgrown bushes and trees screaming for help. Unfortunately, most of them ended up falling into the ravine where they drowned or got eaten by the devil's wild dogs." The bartender seethed. "That's an old wives' tale. You really going to believe silly folklore? Get out of here, Joseph. You've had enough to drink." "Silly folklore or not, all I know is I always leave here with my clothes wrong side out and she never bothered me," said Hubert. The bartender concealed her temper and offered Joseph one more drink for the road. "Oh, so old man Hubert ain't never seen La Jabless, but he swears she real? Don't be no tebe turning your clothes inside out. Just walk off the booze and go home to your wife and baby." A very intoxicated Joseph stumbled out of the bar and started making his way home. A ways up where Joseph couldn't yet see, La Jabless walked with her good foot on the road. The cow's hoof stayed hidden under her skirt and off to the grassy side of the road that led to the overgrown bushes. Joseph sang as he zigzagged down the road. 36 bottles of rum on the wall, 36 bottles of rum. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, he hiccuped. I'd had 30. He hiccups again. I wonder if it's guava berry rum. Oh God, I love a guava berry. They shouldn't be letting good rum fall off the wall so reckless now. Joseph imagined himself catching falling bottles of guava berry rum. Whoops! He tripped over a rock and rolled to the side of the road. You okay? Asked a deliciously sweet voice. She used her skirt's high slit to arouse lust in his heart. Joseph opened his eyes to see the beautiful bartender. Hey, you from the bar? How you get way out here? And you have a twin? He rubbed his head. You drunk bad and seeing double, Joseph. I just one. Come walk me home. She reached down to help him up. Like at the bar, she kept her head pointed low so that the wide brim of her hat kept her face concealed. Joseph wasn't too worried about her face. He was seduced by her bosom and dangerously high split that revealed a luscious and well-toned leg. Yeah, I can walk you home. Where you live? Oh, just through them tall trees. It's dark, but with you it's gonna be less scary. As they entered deep enough into the bushes, to the point where the dirt road was no longer visible, La Jabless laughed as she turned into mist. This frightened Joseph, and he soon realized how dark everything was. Suddenly, he heard the growling of hungry dogs.
So the story goes, but who knows? Maybe you can work for me one day. Hopefully you're not stupid that way. Ha ha ha.
We hope you enjoyed this inspiring Sint Maarten legend, Soualichi Stories, as presented by the Foresee Foundation and funded by the Prince Bernhard Culture Fund, in the hopes that these stories help all of you feel a bit more connected to this island and to each other. More information on the stories and schedule can be found on Foresee Foundation's Facebook page or website. We look forward to connecting with you again soon for our next Soualichi story.